Hi everybody, so it's that time again to find out what my next 5 reads will be, or possibly 6 because I have one trilogy left in my Catherine Cookson jar, so we'll see what happens. So I've got all the books in my jars here next to me, and funny enough, I've only got 2 books left in my priority reads jar, so I know exactly which books these are, but I don't know what order I'm going to read them in. So let's find out which ones that would be first. So just going to give this a shake, and then I'm going to pick at random. I think this will be a very short pick because obviously it's just... see what happens. Let's go for this one because it wrapped around my finger. Okay. First book is... ooh! The Girl with All the Gifts by M.R.Carey. So I bought this book not long after the film came out because I saw the film and I quite liked it. And I thought, oh, that's actually an interesting concept. I'd like to get the book. Bought the book. Never read it. And I think that film came out like a decade ago, or maybe a bit more. I don't. No, it couldn't have been. It couldn't have been. Maybe about a decade ago. And I've never read it, and now I will. So every morning, Melanie waits in her cell to be collected for class. When they come for her, Sergeant Parks keeps his gun pointed at her while 2 of his people strap her to a wheelchair. She thinks they don't like her. She jokes that she won't bite, but they don't laugh. So, The Girl with All the Gifts. This is what I'm taking with me to Manchester. I'm really, really intrigued to crack into this and see what I think of it. So, my next review will be The Girl with All the Gifts. And the next priority read, well, there's only one left, so it's very quick pick this time. It is Storyteller, The Life of Roald Dahl by Donald Sturrock. So I saw a lecture about Roald Dahl. I can't remember if it was just Donald or if he was like on a panel with a few people talking about Roald Dahl. But yeah, he was promoting his book, and I found it a really, really interesting session. I find Roald Dahl a very interesting man in general, how he went through the various things that happened in his life, how he came up with his stories, and he just seemed like a genuinely lovely man. It's funny how, you know, he loved kids, he loved his own kids, but he didn't like other people's kids necessarily. I find that really, really interesting as a children's author. So yes, as Roald Dahl is one of the greatest storytellers of all time. He pushed children's literature into uncharted territory, and 100 years after his birth, his popularity continues to grow. The man behind the stories, however, remains an enigma. Dahl was a single-minded adventurer, an eternal child, and his public persona was often controversial. To his readers, though, Dahl was always a hero, and his figures like Willy Wonka and the BFG are immortal literary characters. In this award-winning biography, Donald Sturrock reveals many hidden aspects of Roald Dahl's life, his terrifying experiences as a fighter pilot, the anguish caused by the death of his 7-year-old daughter, his work for military intelligence at the end of the war, and more. Written with exclusive access to his private papers and with reference to hundreds of recently discovered letters, Storyteller reveals Roald Dahl as we've never seen him before. So so that's my next pick. So that's the priority reads jar empty, so I'm going to have to go through my collection and figure out which ones I want to go in there next. I already have an idea of what I'd like to be in there, but I'm going to properly think about it and then pick from there. So now we have the Catherine Cookson jar. So as mentioned, I do have a trilogy in here. So if I pick the trilogy first, that's going to be my only pick from this jar. But if not, then I'll pick another one. So we'll see how many books I'm going to pick from here. So give it a good shake. And here we go. Right. Oh, let's go for this one. So, it's a single book. It is The Gambling Man. So, Rory Connor was a gambling man, and he had a gambler's luck. From the day he was born, his mother had known how it would be. Rory was going to be the one who really made something of his life. At 7, he was earning coppers from odd jobs. At 14, he was in full-time work, and by 19, he had escaped the factory to become a rent collector. Now, at 23, Rory was ambitious, always looking for bigger and better things, a bigger game to play in. He feared nothing and nobody, not even the slum landlord he collected for. For an ordinary working lad, he was doing well, but a gambler's luck can turn. So there we go. Book number 3 is The Gambling Man by Catherine Cookson. Okay, so that was a single book, so I'm going to pick again from the Catherine Cookson jar. So what will I get? Oh, let's go for this one. Caught around the finger. Ooh. Oh. Oh my God, stop it. Stop it. It's not a book written by Catherine Cookson. It's a book about Catherine Cookson. This is To Be a Lady, the biography of Catherine Cookson by Cliff Goodwin. Whenever I have seen stuff relating to Catherine Cookson, I like on YouTube, or just general comments about her work, Cliff is always there. And my sister found this in a charity bookshop and gave it to me, and I just, oh my God, I finally get to read the biography of Catherine Cookson by Cliff Goodwin. This is brilliant. So Dame Catherine Cookson is one of Britain's most prolific and best-loved writers. Born in the Dog End of Tyneside, she holds a unique place in the hearts of the British public. Since the appearance of her first novel at the age of 44, she has published more than 80 books. At the point of writing this, it got well over 100 by the time she died, selling 100 million copies worldwide. Well, she sold a lot more than that. Her stories have also been adapted into highly successful musicals and plays and award-winning television films. But Catherine Cookson, who has donned millions of pounds for charity and medical research, has fought long and hard to control her public image. For the first time, To Be a Lady, the story of Catherine Cookson opens the door to her private life. It tells how she found success only after a message from her long-dead step-grandfather, how in depths of depression she came within inches of snatching a baby, how she has continued to create bestsellers despite suffering constant pain, daily hemorrhages and blindness, how poison pen letters finally drove her from her dream home, and how her title literally left her speechless. To Be a Lady is more than just the story of a slum child who became Britain's millionaire-esque queen of fiction. It's the story of her worldwide fans have long deemed, but Catherine Cookson has refused to allow anyone to write until now. So there we go. Oh my God, I'm so excited to read this. I'm gonna have to wait to read it. That's just, oh man. So that's the end of the Catherine Cookson jar. So I'm just going to close that up and put that out the way. And then finally, we have my Advent book jar, where this is books from across 2 years of Advent calendar book collections that I've had. So, but I've not got round to reading, so I'm just going to choose one of these. So let's choose one. Oh, let's go for this one. Okay, and the book is... Oh, I Do Like to Be by Marie Phillips. So this is one from the Shop by Mum Advent calendar that I got last year, and this is a quirky Shakespeare book. I love Shakespeare. I like quirky things, and I thought, oh, this is interesting. So, to B&B or not to B&B? That is the question. Shakespeare clone and would-be playwright Billy has just arrived in an English seaside town with his sister Sally, who was cloned from a hare found on the back of a bus seat. All Billy wants is a cheap B&B and an ice cream and a huge hit in the West End. Little does he know that their fellow clones, Bill and Sal, are also residents of the town. Things are about to get confusing. Cue professional rivalry, marital discord, and a family reunion like no other. And then there's a quote saying, a screwball comedy of high concept errors involving clones of Shakespeare's colliding in a seaside town, all run through like Stick on a Rock with Marie Phillips' shameless wit, plus a few thefts from the Bart. So it's a take on his play, a comedy of errors, which I really like. A comedy of errors, I think it's so quirky and fun. Not everyone's cup of tea, but I like it. But so yeah, so I'm really excited about that. Oh, hang on. I'm just realizing, because all of these are so different sizes, I'm like, how do I hold these up properly so you can see? So I've had to sort of, because I've got hardbacks and stuff. So these are the books I'm going to be reading in this order. So The Girl with All the Gifts, Storyteller, The Life of Roald Dahl, The Gambling Man, To Be a Lady, and I Do Like to Be. Get my words in the right order. So those are my next 5 reads. I think they're a really interesting mix. So let's see how I feel about those. And I'll be back with my review of The Girl with All the Gifts as soon as I'm done. Right then, everyone. Bye.